Thank you guys for bringing us to this amazing town. I've only been here twice. And it's awesome. Give it up for your town. Like, pretend you like something. Your town, you're awesome. You don't cheer for you, you're sure the hell not going to cheer for me. Like I'm looking at a painting. No, we're actually in an armory. That's kind of neat. I think that it's a safe question. I feel like at least one person should respond. Any veterans or military member or prior military, attached to the military? Get loud for yourself, somebody you know. All right, we're gonna keep playing this game where I'm calling out to you and getting you to respond because I need to know that you are alive. All right, just one time. Let's see how loud we can get. The odometer. Pop, 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 pop. Here we go. 1. Just give me a woo. 2, 3. Dude, there's like 42 of you. You sound like 8. All right. I see how this is gonna be. Now, I always ask about the veterans because I always want to identify them. Those are my people. All right, veterans, you are my people. You're looking at me like I'm not your people, but you're my people. And I'll tell you why. I was in the service for about 20 years, actually 20 years and 10 days if we're actually counting. And I love telling people I'm a veteran. But it's because I'm a very special kind of veteran. I'm the type of veteran that believes the word veteran should never be abbreviated to the word vet. You see, vet can mean so many different things. It can mean prior service member, it can mean animal doctor, it can mean Corps vet. It can even mean a person who has a lot of experience in their profession. Now my father-in-law was in the service, so was his dog. So in theory, I as a vet can help a vet, take his vet to the vet, and a vet, like a vet! You guys are looking at me like, how did I get on this mic? And I'll tell you, I was vetted. Oh, we're having a good time now. Now, I am up from San Angelo, Texas, but like most military people who live there, I'm not from there. Nah, I'm a transplant. So when I go home for the holidays, I really have to go somewhere, and I go all the way back to a place called Cooter, Missouri. You can laugh, it's okay, I say Cooter, it sounds funny. Oh, but anytime I go home, me and my family, we take a trip over to the department store, the only department store in Cooter. And when I say department store, I mean the Dollar General. When I say my family, I mean my family. I'm talking about my nieces, my nephews, my aunts, my uncles, my grandma, my grandpa, my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, my kids, and my wife. One great big redneck mecca right over to the great department store of Cooter, Missouri. Now, last time we made such a trip, my youngest daughter began to act out, the way they do. And I was going to try and crush it at the lowest level. Bend down, have a conversation with her. Now, before I get too far into that, I'll tell you, military members, depending on when they serve, they have their own world problems to think about, their own war. Mine happened to be the war on terrorism. With that came some common misconceptions. People believe that Middle Easterners raise their kids to be terrorists. That's not true. All kids are terrorists. Just in America, we like to train it out of them. Now let me get back to my story with my child. I got down about eye level. I was going to try and crush at the lowest level. She began to make demands. Well, I don't negotiate with terrorists. So I scoop her little butt up, I'm going to take her out to the car, that's the known consequence. She doesn't want this, so she's fighting me a little bit. So like any good dad would, I threw her over my shoulder and I picked up my pace. And then she began to really fight. Arms this way, legs that way, really giving me problems. And I'm okay with this, but then my daughter, she did the unthinkable. In public, she cried for help. Dramatically too. Help me, help me, help me, help me! Think about this, guys. I'm a middle-aged man. You're a small community. You don't know me. I'm darn near running for the door with a small child draped over my shoulder, kicking and flailing, fighting for its life. I'm about, help, help me, help me! Man, in Texas, I'd have been shot. I couldn't get out of that place quick enough. I darn near sprinted across the parking lot. I got to the car. I opened the car door. I went to put her in. She didn't want to go in. She's holding on to the door frame with all 4 limbs like this. So I was pushing on her torso, till those little limbs, they just gave out. I got her to the car seat, tied her down like a darn hostage. Stood up, looked around, hundreds of spectators. Some might call them witnesses. But you know, not a single one of them challenged me. You know why? Because they know all kids are terrorists, not to be negotiated with. Your small, nervous chuckles lets me know that that's kind of, you think that's kind of true, but it's not true. We do negotiate with our kids. In fact, we give them their own rules to play by. For instance, if a child was to throw out its arms, run into a room and go, look up and declare, I'm a helicopter. You know what you'll tell that kid? Yeah, you are. You can be anything you want to be. But Lord forbid, I, as a full-grown man, should throw out my arms, run into a room and go, look up and declare, I'm a helicopter. People say mean things. Like, get away from me. Or, we should see other people. It hurts, guys. Oh man, the truth, it hurts. But the truth is, we'll do almost anything for our kids. Here's an example. My youngest daughter, you remember the terrorist I was just talking about? She recently turned 6 years old. And when in Texas, you do as Texans do. You buy a frickin' pinata. So I did. For only decent place in town to get one, the supermercado. Now, having grown up in the Midwest, I thought these things would be shaped like donkeys or pigs or stars and be festive colored, you know, like they are in the cartoons. That's not how it is, though. No, I walked in and hanging from the rafters, they had Ninja Turtles, Transformers, Power Rangers, Powerpuff Girls, and even Disney princesses. Turns out, they create theirs based off of characters our children have grown to love. Clearly, they're not on the same page as our European brothers. They also have papier-mâché characters. They call them effigies. And they break them and stuff, they burn them. You see, they create theirs based off of characters they hate. Armed with this knowledge, I cruised to the register knowing I wasn't buying a piñata. No, I was buying an effigy. You see, I was buying Elsa. Oh, I hate Elsa. I love my daughter though, so I bought the darn thing, took it home, raised it up. She ran back and hit it with everything she has. It's okay, it's okay. You guys just smile, smart, giggle, even laugh because you know that that's the sound that a 6-year-old little girl makes when they hit a piñata. Not my son though, no. 15 years old, he brought the heat. He brought the hate. He was all, boom, 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 boom. And I guess I was getting into it because I was all, hit her again, son, hit her again, son, hit her. And I could feel all the parents' eyes shift towards me. I realized I was conveying a horrible message. So I started backpedaling. I was all, let it go, son, let it go, son, let it go, son, let it go. God, I hate that movie. Oh, most parents do, but at this point, this whole room thinks that I'm a lunatic. And that's okay. Because I'm holding you hostage. You can't get your raffle tickets pulled until I am done. I know what you're here for. I can go on for hours. You better laugh, because I won't leave until you laugh. No, the truth, guys. Oh man, I guess I want to know, by show of applause, she tried this earlier, 4 people out of 40 made a noise. So I want to see if this is true. Let's see if you're paying attention to her or if you're going to still hold fast to your previous truth. I want to know, by show of applause, who here is single? That's 0 people. That means this trap is baited. It's gonna work. If you're married and you love the person you're with, make some noise! So many people didn't say. Either way. Oh, it's okay. A lot of people don't care to say. I love telling people I'm married though. 22 years, happily so. I know, thank you for that. Woo! Oh, some of you guys are poor man. Blink 3 times if you need help. We don't just advocate for children. We'll take care of you too, Mr. Crawford. Oh my God. No, I am married and God, I love my wife. But you know, I learned a thing or two during this time. is that married people have different nicknames than single people. For instance, I'm not sweetie, I'm not honey, I'm not baby, I'm not bae, I'm not ay puppy. No. None of that. My wife, she calls me somebody. It's nice. Of course, she never says it directly to me. She'll walk into a room and declare, somebody should mow the lawn. Or somebody should do the dishes. Or maybe somebody should go change that baby's diaper. Like I'm Curtis, like I'm handy or something. It's okay though. I do it all. I like to say it's out of love, but it might be more true to say it's out of fear. I'm blinking my eyes now. Please no. No, gosh, man. She loves me, and I love her back at least more times than not. There are those times when she's driving, that's a hard knot. See, anytime she's behind the wheel, it's like she's angry. It's like she has constant road rage. You guys get road rage? One person goes, Everybody in this room gets road rage. We all do, at one point or another. And I recently learned something about myself. I'm pretty tolerant of other drivers. What gets under my skin, what gives me road rage, are the other people in my own car. They make me say things like, don't let me come back there, or I will turn this car around. Of course, my go-to at the moment is, I'll wreck this car right now and end it all. They don't let me drive the church van anymore. Oh my gosh. So much truth, guys. Let's see, let me see if I want to ask you guys another question. I'm so afraid at this point. All right, round of applause. There's a lot of married people here. There should be a good amount of this, unless the stats for Texas have gone way down. All right, there's not a lot to do here, so I know that making babies is a thing. So guys, what I want to say is give a round of applause if you have children. Cool, same game. Actually, this next one usually gets louder applause. I want to know, who here likes to embarrass those kids? Me too! And I have my favorite way to do it. Use slang. Because if you're old enough to have kids or old enough to be embarrassed by you, you're too old to use slang. And it's a shame because we collect it all of our lives. I still use it though. I'll walk in, I'll see my kids sitting on the couch with their friends, minding their own business. And I hit them old school. I go, what up, my home dogs? What's the haps going down on Front Street? What's the 411? Yo. They roll their eyes, they sigh, and then they try and hit me old school. They go, Dad, you're so whack. Whack! I can't take that attack. So I have to hit them with something they might understand. I saw some younger guys in here, not Curtis, risen with the tism, not that guy, but the other guys. I hit them with this. 100, no cap, dead ass, oh God, for real, straight, busted, valid, not made at all. Am I not the bomb.com? Have I no wrist? Is it not on like Donkey Kong? This is where they actually just get up, they walk out of the door, slam the door behind them. So much satisfaction! I won. That's all I wanted, was to be left alone. Darn kids, always messing things up. Oh, guys, I'll tell you, my favorite thing in the world to do is to embarrass my kids by trying to use their language. It works. I have a favorite instance of this that happened about 3 weeks ago. I walked in, I told my 18-year-old daughter, I said, your eyebrows are on fleek. That means they look good. No cap. That means I'm not lying. She thinks I'm OD, which means I'm overdoing it. I should change my drip, which means stop, Dad. And then she hits me with another word, cringe. Because that's what I am. And I get it, but I don't care how she feels because I think that she is lit. And lit is my favorite of the words that the young people use. You see, I'm old enough to have seen its entire evolution. When I was a kid, it was legitimate. And then it was legit. And then it was too legit to quit. Now the kids say lit. For half a second, they test drove the word litty. Nobody liked that, so they went back to lit. And I'm glad they did. You see, compared to Lydia, I think the lit sounds pretty darn legit. I'd even say it's too legit to quit. It sounds pretty legitimate to me. Come on, guys, working up here. Oh, that table is like, yes, sir, you are working hard. Just because you're working hard doesn't mean you're doing a good job. Like a fork with two prongs. Just because you're unique doesn't make you useful. Brutal audience right here in the armory of Snyder, Texas. It's just saying that word. I don't like Snyder, Texas. I don't know why. I'm inspired to say it like that. But now I'll tell you just in general. We're word nerds at the house. They like for me to talk nerdy, not dirty. That's a different show. Nerdy. And some of our favorite words are palindromes. Those words are spelled forward the same as they are backward. And things like mom, dad, race car, taco cat. Oh, we used to love Taco Cat, but now we have a new favorite. It's the longest palindrome in the world. It's, go hang a salami, I'm a lasagna hog. Yeah, what the heck did he just say? I said, go hang a salami, I'm a lasagna hog. The guy in the hat over there who thinks I can't see him because he's in a dark room, he's looking at me with judging eyes. Like, that can't be what it says backwards. So let me prove it to you. I'm going to read it to you backwards. Go hang a salami, I'm a lasagna hog. Now she's looking at me like, wow. That makes me so happy, because wow spelled backwards is wow. All right, we're having a good time now. I can tell, I can feel it. I don't have to ask you. I'm like, are we having a good time? Y'all like, nah. I'm like, nah, we having a good time. Even if I have to kick this chair over there. No, guys, we're having a good time. I'll tell you that I don't know that I'll make it as a comic, and based off of some of your lackluster response, it might be true. I'll never make it as a comic. But I have some other things, like a rapper. I would love to be a rapper. I call myself Reese's Pieces, because Eminem's already taken. I used to roll with the Twix twins, till one left, because the other one always had to be right. I still hang out with Snickers and Skittles, though. We call ourselves the Candy Rappers. We're still looking for our first big payday, because we're just a bunch of nerds. If you didn't laugh, I don't care, because that joke is sweet. Oh, guys, I'll tell you. I think that my favorite fact right now is I think that the best job in the world would have to be a mime, and it's because a mime can realize all their dreams. They don't need your money. Like me, they don't need your approval. I'm just kidding. I totally need your approval. Frickin' laugh with me, man. No, 100% buy-in. That's what I'm looking for. That person's back's in the back corner in the dark. It's like, nah, heck, nah. San Angelo-ian. No, here we go. I think that mimes can achieve anything they want. They don't need money. They don't need anything. All right, they can play a violin beautifully because they're a mime. They can sing solo even beautifully because they're a mime. They can shoot a bow. It got the target. Why? Because I'm a mime. I can dribble a ball. I can shoot. And I realized that was the girliest shot you've ever seen. But it went in. You know why? Because I'm a mime. Not all my dreams always come true. But there's a very special dream I would like to announce to you that I did make come true. And it's not traditional, but it's still a mime. Guys, I have a world record. Now, I had to do some research before I said it. I opened the Guinness book, flipped through a few pages. The first thing that jumped out at me was the world's largest miniature airport. I'm not sure that those two phrases can even go together. But what it taught me was that if you suck at something bad enough, they'll give you a record for it. So I decided to be the world's loudest mime. You see, that's against code. I don't know if you know this, but mimes don't normally say things, so it wasn't a hard record, but check it out. I am in a box. I am pulling a world's not as mine, y'all. Y'all are hard to impress. Jesus, Snyder, Texas. No, I'll tell you, the real trick to being a mime, like I said, they can realize any dream at any given time. All they have to know, all they really have to master is when to shut the heck up. And guys, that's my time. Thank you so much.